Her name is Courtney Ugle, and at 19 years old, she's an AFL star in the making.
It's his Ugle.
I first got into football through school, so they had a little a football program, and I kind of just put my hand up and went for it. I mean, Kirk, my brother, was in the boys' academy while I was at school as well, so, you know, being Kirk's little sister, it was like I was meant to know how to play footy, but I did not know. I didn't know how to kick a ball, handball. I didn't know, you know, what a forward meant, what a backman meant. So it was very new to me, but I mean, I gave it a shot, and from that day on, I hadn't looked back.
When you've grown up like Courtney, you can't dwell on the past. You can only use it to push you.
We lost our dad at the age of 12. Well, I was 12, so life at home in Bunbury wasn't the best. You know, we didn't have the best upbringing. You know, I did my primary school and high school there, and was lucky enough to have the support from not only the school but people in the community, because we needed it.
Even after Glenn Ugle passed away, there was worse to come. Their mother slipped into a life of drug abuse, leaving Courtney and her siblings to raise themselves.
Yeah, those days were pretty horrible. I mean, you know, we knew when Mum's paydays were, so, you know, we'd go to school and come back and hoped that there was food in the fridge, and, you know, it was a win if there was, but when there wasn't, you know, it was sad because, you know, we didn't talk about it much to our friends because we were embarrassed, we were ashamed, you know, we'd never have friends over because there was no food or the house wasn't clean or Mum wasn't even there half the time. I mean, you know, she'd go for a few days and we wouldn't even know where she was. Very daunting those days were.
But there was one saving grace in her life, and it was football. Throughout the adversity, it was the constant motivator.
I was going to and from Bunbury to Perth every weekend, you know, I was getting on the bus just to get to a game on the weekend, and then bus back to get back to school for that week.
While balancing home and work, football took off for Courtney, representing her state and making the step to senior footy at the Waffle Club Swan Districts, and playing for the first ever AFL Derby, representing the Fremantle Dockers.
There of Courtney Ugle, of course, the sister of Kirk Ugle, who spent some time on the Collingwood list, aspiring to be like her brother.
Better still, from a family point of view, Courtney was also leading a path for younger sister Madison.
I try not to think too much out there, pretty much just having fun and just letting out a bit of the anger and the sadness, but it's a healthy outlet, so I love playing football.
But once again, their world would be shattered.
My phone started ringing and I was like, oh, it's Kirk, like he never calls me throughout the day. So I obviously answered it, and he just said to me, you need to get to Mum's, something's happened, there's police and ambulance there.
Courtney and Madison went to their mother's new home.
When we got there, we kind of knew straight away that something was wrong, something was really wrong, and I mean, you know, I got out of the car and we seen Mum coming out, you know, on a stretcher. And we were obviously, you know, out of our mind. We didn't know what was going on. We were, you know, yelling and asking what was happening, and Mum's partner was there, and the first thing I said was, what the hell did you do? You know, what happened?
The girl's mother, Jodie Websdale, was later pronounced dead. Her partner was charged with her murder.
Yeah, I mean, she was pronounced dead at the hospital. But when they found her, she didn't have a pulse, so yeah.
What should have been the highlight of her football career came only 2 weeks after her mother's funeral. Could she overcome her sorrow? Again, Courtney rose to the challenge.
Mum was always proud of us, and I feel like she did feel guilty for the fact that, you know, she didn't come to much of my footy games or, you know, Kirk's guys or Madison's as well, but I feel like she just didn't want to miss any more of our life, because we've obviously, you know, achieved quite a few things in my short time. But I definitely feel like Mum had a bit of guilt just knowing that she wasn't there, and I think the move to Perth, she definitely wanted, you know, to be back into our back in our lives and be a big part of what was to come.
You heard back from them fellows yet?
You know, we are siblings, but I've taken on the role as Mum. So I guess I could say, you know, I do protect them as if they were my kids. You know, Kirk being older, he's still a baby to me. So I think my drive to be better is for them. so that they know that, you know, it's okay to fall down sometimes, just as long as you have that drive to get back up and keep going. I don't have any hard feelings. It has made me resilient, and it has made me appreciate the good things in life. So I think, you know, a little bit of struggle is always good.
AFL star Kirby Bentley is a mentor for Courtney and Madison, as well as a white ribbon ambassador, and has supported the girls throughout their careers, on and off the field. The strength of the Ugles has never been more evident than when the sisters played senior football together for the first time, with family and friends watching on.
She's genuine through her life experiences and what she's gone through. You know, I wouldn't, even myself, to go through something like that is you know, very challenging. For her to come through on the other side and guide her younger sister and her family of brothers and sisters coming through that is absolutely outstanding, and their family is just resilient.
The bumps and bruises may look brutal, but it's nothing compared to what these girls went through just to get to the ground.
I've said this plenty of times, that footy saved me. Footy, you know, was my way out. I took my frustration and anger and hate and whatever I had inside me out on the footy field. It was definitely my way out, you know, during my dark times. You know, it was something to look forward to, like footy training and then going on those bus rides, because I know I'm going to go play footy on the weekend. So as corny as it does sound, it did definitely save me.